After the examination of books of account by an auditor, he has to prepare a report. So if the financial statement contains profit, the same profit will be exhibited in the financial report. An audit report is merely an expression of auditor's opinion. It is a summary of the work which is done by an auditor. Hello everyone, I am Harshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidhyashram First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, Mysore. Today we are in the 6th session of Unit 1, that is Introduction to Auditing, and the subject name is Principles and Practice of Auditing. Under that your first unit is Introduction to Auditing. So my dear students, so what do you mean by auditing? So auditing means brief examination or verification of books of account which is prepared by an accountant is known as auditing. Now we shall quickly recall what we have discussed in a previous session. So in a previous session we have covered this topic, that is qualities of an auditor. Now who is an auditor? One who examines the books of account is known as auditor. So in a previous session we have learned what are the qualities of an auditor. So the qualities of an auditor has been divided into two types, that is professional qualities and personal qualities. So what do you mean by professional qualities? So here the profession of an auditor is what? To do the auditing work. So being an auditor, what are the professional qualities he should have? At the same time, what are the personal qualities an auditor should have? So this what we have learnt in a previous session, that is qualities of an auditor. In today's session, we shall continue with a new topic, that is audit report. So what do you mean by audit report? So after the auditor examines the books of account, he will prepare a report which will be in the form of letter or statement which contains the status of the financial statement of the client or organization. So I'll repeat. So what do you mean by audit report? After the examination of books of account by an auditor, he has to prepare a report which contains the status of the financial statement is called as audit report. Now let us see what is the meaning of audit report. An audit report, it is a statement or it can be in the form of letter also. So an audit report is a statement through which an auditor submits his findings and expresses his opinion. So here the duty of an auditor is to examine the books of account. So after examining the books of account, he will find or he will report his findings as well as his opinion about the financial statement in the form of statement or letter, which is known as what? Audit report. So on the opinion on the state of affairs of the company's business. So here the business or client give their financial statement to the auditor. So it may be business or client who gives their financial statement to the auditor. So here auditor examines this financial statement and whatever the findings or opinions of an auditor will be given to the business or client in the form of a statement or letter which is known as what? Audit report. So it can be either statement or letter which contains the auditor's findings as well as his opinion about the financial statement is known as what? Audit report. So in other words, it is a statement through which an auditor summarizes the result of his audit work. So what did he find in the financial statement? What are his opinion about the financial statement of the organization? So that will be written in the form of letter or statement which is known as what? Audit report. So in short, it is a medium through which an auditor expresses his opinion on the financial statement of business. Here, through this audit report, he will express his opinion about the financial statement of the organization. Now we shall see what are the characteristics of audit report. I think you got a picture about audit report. So audit report is the findings or suggestions of an auditor. Now let us see what are the characteristics of audit report. So the first one is, it is a medium through which an auditor expresses his opinion. So this I have already discussed. So here an auditor expresses his opinion about the financial statement of the organization or client. And the second one is, it is the end product of audit. So which is the end product of audit? This audit report is the end product of audit. So this auditing is a long process where they have to examine each and every transaction, and they have to verify physical assets as well as the vouchers of the organization with the transactions of the business, right? So whenever they find the transaction, so for each and every transaction they have to verify the vouchers and even the physical assets which are there in the organization. So it has to be physically verified by an auditor. So auditor is a long process. So after this process, at the end of the auditing, he will prepare a report. So it is called as what? End report of auditing. It is based on factual information. So what do you mean by factual information? Whatever which is there in the financial statement, same thing will be exhibited in the form of report, which is known as audit report. So if the financial statement contains profit, the same profit will be exhibited in the financial report in the form of a statement. So it is a factual information which is transferred from financial statement to audit report. Next, the audit report may be short or long. So it depends upon the auditor whether the audit report should be short or long. So here I have told you the quality of audit report what the auditor is going to present exhibits the financial position of the business. Next, the audit report may be in the form of letter or statement. So this I have told you, an auditor on audit report can be either letter or statement. The audit report is attached to the balance sheet. So once the auditor is done with the auditing work, then he prepares the audit report, and that report has to be attached to the balance sheet of the organization. It's nothing but for the financial statement of the organization. Next, we shall see what is the distinction between audit report and auditor's certificate. So these are two different terms used in an organization, that is in the auditing process. Let us see what is the difference between audit report and auditor's certificate. So the first difference, that is the meaning of audit report, is an audit report is merely an expression of auditor's opinion. So audit report is what? It is merely an expression of opinion about the auditor on financial statement. Whereas coming to auditor's certificate, an auditor's certificate is a declaration. So whereas audit report is an opinion, whereas audit certificate, it is a declaration as to the truthfulness of the statement of affairs. So here audit report is what? It is an opinion. It is the opinion about the auditor on the financial statement, whereas coming to the auditor's certificate, so it is what? It is a declaration about the truthfulness of the financial statement. And the next one is, an auditor's report is based on facts, estimates and assumption. So here an auditor reports can contain facts, or even the auditor can estimate certain things while auditing process, or he can assume certain things. But coming to auditor certificate, it is based only on facts. So here the real facts of the financial statement will be exhibited in the form of auditor's certificate. Whereas in audit report, during this audit process, an auditor can assume certain things, or there may be some certain facts which are presented in the financial statement, and the same way an auditor can estimate certain things also. And the third point is that an audit report does not guarantee its accuracy of financial statement. It means that whenever an audit report is presented by an auditor, it doesn't mean that an audit report is correct. So it is true and fair to the financial statement of the organization. So there may be certain mistake because an auditor can estimate certain things, he can assume certain things. So whatever the result of an audit report, we cannot tell that it is correct. Whereas coming to auditor's certificate, So it is guaranteed that the absolute correctness. So here there is a guarantee of accuracy of the information which is provided by the auditor's certificate. So there is accuracy in auditor certificate, whereas coming to auditor's report, we cannot tell that it is 100% accurate. Next, it is signed report by an auditor, or if the signed report by an auditor is wrong, the auditor is not responsible in audit report. Now, an auditor prepares a report which is known as audit report, and he will duly sign in that audit report. If something went wrong, then auditor is not responsible for that mistakes in the audit report. Whereas coming to the audit certificate, duly signed certificate by an auditor is wrong, then auditor is responsible, because it always acts as a truthfulness. Here, auditor certificate always acts for truthfulness. So if any mistake which is made by an auditor and it is duly signed in the auditor certificate, then auditor is responsible. Whereas coming to the auditor's report, so if something went wrong in the auditor report, then auditor is not responsible for that mistakes. So these are the difference between audit report and auditor's certificate. So what is the first difference? So audit report tells about the opinion of the financial statement, whereas coming to the auditor certificate, so it is a declaration. And the second difference is that in audit report, an auditor can assume certain things or estimate certain things, and there may be some fact also. Whereas coming to auditor certificate, it's only relating to facts of financial statement. And the third difference is there is no guarantee that auditor's report is always correct. So there may be chances of mistakes also, because auditor goes through these estimations, assumptions, right? So there is a mistake in audit report. So we cannot tell that it is 100% correct. Whereas coming to auditor certificate, it is always 100% correct, because auditor certificate is declared based on facts. And the next difference is, if the auditor have signed the audit report and if they find any mistake, then auditor is not responsible. Whereas coming to auditor certificate, so if there is any mistake and auditor has signed that, then auditor will be held responsible, because auditor certificate always acts for truth, that is facts. Next, we shall see what are the importance of auditor's report. So the first one is, it is a statutory requirement. So what do you mean by statutory requirement? As I told, auditing has to be done as per law. For example, if the auditing is done for companies, so it has to be done as per Companies Act. In the same way, if the auditing is done for partnership firm, so it has to be done as per Partnership Act. So it is a statutory requirement in case of company audit. So it is required by law. Here, company auditing is done as per the law. So it is required by law. And the second importance is that it is the end product of audit. So you know, this is the end product of audit. After a long process of auditing, so the ultimate work is that to prepare the audit report. So it is called as end product of audit. And the next one is, it summarizes the result of the audit work done by the auditor. So here it is a summary. Audit report is what? It is a summary of the work which is done by an auditor. So here auditor gives his opinions as well as his thoughts relating to the financial statement of organization. Next, it is a medium through which an auditor submits his findings and expresses his opinion. So this audit report is all about the findings and opinion of an auditor about the financial statement. Next, an audit report ensures to the shareholder that the accounts of the company are properly maintained. So I have told you in a previous session, so there are a number of users who would be waiting for the accounting information. And if they come to know that the company have done the auditing work, so the audit report will give the accuracy of the financial statement to these shareholders, which create a good image in the mind of shareholders, and even the investment of the organization also increases, because they know that the organization have done the auditing work and the accuracy of the financial statement is proper. Next, it is evidence in the court of law. So this audit report acts as an evidence. So if any problem arises, so this audit report acts as an evidence because it contains the truth about the organization. So it contains the findings and opinion of an auditor about the financial statement. Next is essentials of audit report. So let us see what are the essentials of an audit report. So it must be a statement of facts. So here being an auditor, so he has to remember these points. So while auditing, so he has to remember these points. So it must be a statement of facts. So what do you mean by statement of facts? So whatever which is there in the financial statement, same has to be transferred to audit report. In the sense, same opinion has to be transferred to audit report in the form of statement or letter. So it is nothing but it is a fact. So whatever the fact which is there in the financial statement, same will be exhibited in the audit report. So it is a statement of facts. The report must contain auditor's opinion. So the report must contain auditor's opinion about this financial statement of organization. So it is the opinion of an auditor. So here a third person cannot enter and give the opinion which has to be written in the audit report. So it is the opinion of auditor who have examined the books of account. Next is the report should not give vague statement. There should not be any false statement in the audit report. So it should, as I told, it is relating to facts. So there should be a true and fair statement. Next, the report should be convincing. So it should be convincing for the organization as well as the users of accounting information. Next, the report must be coherent. In a sense, there should be some transparency in the matter which we have recorded in the audit report. And the next one is, it should be simple to understand. So it will be, or the auditor should present the audit report so that it will be simple to understand for the users of audit report. Next is, it must be forceful. As I told, it must be prepared as per law. So there is certain force, that is law. So it has to be done as per the rules and regulations of law. Next, it should be unbiased. So there should not be any discrimination. So it should be unbiased. So it should not be done as favor of organization or as favor of somebody else. So there should be a truth and the auditor have to do his work through his opinion. So there is no suggestions of others or there is no opinion of others, and the audit report should not be in favor of somebody else. Next, the information given in the audit report should be clear and concise. So this audit report, as I've told you, it acts as a evidence, and there are a number of users who will be waiting for this audit report. That is the result of audit report. So it should be clear and concise, and it should be understandable to everybody. Next, the report must convey to the client the material facts known to the auditor. So it should contain important matters of the organization that is relating to their financial statement, so that it will help the organization to improve in the further days. Next, the report must be signed by an auditor. Here, an auditor, after preparing the audit report, he should duly sign the audit report. The report must be attached to the balance sheet. So after this auditing process, he will prepare a report, and that report has to be attached to the balance sheet. Next, types of audit report. Let us see what are the types of audit report. So the first one is clean or unqualified report. So what do you mean by this clean or unqualified report? Here the word itself says that clean in the sense there is no confusions or there is no misunderstandings. So it is a clean report without any mistakes. So that is known as what? Clean or unqualified report. So here clean in the sense there is no mistakes in the financial statement. So whatever they have recorded in the financial statement, when they verify, it has to tally. Then only we call it as clean or unqualified report. When an auditor is satisfied, here the main thing you have to remember, when an auditor audits the work, so here the financial statement is verified, right, or examined or verified. So if the auditor is satisfied that he has a thought that there is no any mistakes in the financial statement, then he'll give a report which is known as clean or unqualified report. So when an auditor is satisfied with the affairs, in the sense with the activities of the company and the fairness of the balance sheet. So when they tally the balance sheet as well as the physical verification of assets and liability, so if there is no confusion among the auditors, then they will give a clean report. And profit and loss account of the concern, he gives in his report the various matters without any reservations, qualifications or modification. So if the financial statement or the auditor who is fully satisfied with the financial statement of the organization which doesn't have any reservations or qualifications, modifications, or if they verify, if they don't find any mistakes, then he will give a report which is called as clean report or unqualified report. Here, as I've told you, audit process is a long process. Here they are going to check each and every transactions along with the evidence, along with the documents. So if they find, or if the auditor doesn't find any mistake and he is totally satisfied with the financial statement, he will give a clean report or unqualified report. Now let us see, before giving a clean report, an auditor must observe the following. Let us see what are the points to be observed by an auditor before giving a clean report or unqualified report. So he must examine the books of accounts of the company as per accepted accounting principles. So in a previous session I have told you, so this each and every transactions that has to be recorded in the books of accounts, so it should be according to accounting principles, right? So an auditor will give a clean report when he satisfies this condition that the transactions which are recorded in the books of account is according to accounting principles. Then he can give a clean report. At the same time, the second one is he must observe all the audit procedures necessary under the circumstances. So he should see all the audit procedures. So step by step he should examine each and every transaction. So he has to follow the audit procedures. He must see that all the relevant provisions of the Companies Act and other important laws are compiled with. So I have told you, so here company or the organization will record the transaction as per certain law. So being an auditor, he should see through that whether the organization or company have followed that law, whether they have followed the rules and regulations of that law and they have maintained their books of account. In such situations, he can give a clean report. Next, he must be satisfied with the truthfulness and fairness of the accounts and the financial statement of the company. So he should be satisfied with the truthfulness of financial statement as well as statement of affairs of the company. Next, second type is qualified or adverse report. So first one is clean or unqualified report. So it is a report where an auditor doesn't find any mistake and is totally satisfied with the financial statement of the organization. Then he gives a clean report or unqualified report. And the second type is qualified or adverse report. So when an auditor finds some irregularities, so if he find any mistakes or if the financial statement does not match with the proper evidence, so he will mention what are the irregularities which he found, what is the dissatisfaction for the financial statement or dissatisfaction in the financial statement which is prepared by the accountant. So if we find any such kind of irregularities, such a report is called as what? Qualified report or adverse report. So what do you mean by adverse report? If an auditor goes for auditing process and if we find any doubts or any misclarifications or if any irregularities in the books of account, then he will give a report which is known as adverse report or qualified report. A qualified report is given by an auditor under the following circumstances. Let us see what are the conditions under which an auditor can give a qualified report, that is adverse report. When he is not satisfied with the books, So the main thing is that when an auditor goes for an auditor, he should be satisfied with the books of account which is maintained by an auditor. So here he gives an adverse report when he is not satisfied with the books of account or the financial statement presented to him. That is presented by the client or organization. And the second one is when proper books of account are required, are not maintained as per law. So when the books of accounts, I have told you, the books of account has to be maintained as per law. So companies have to follow Companies Act. Partnership firm have to follow Partnership Act. In the same way, for each and every type of organization, there is a particular law. So if the organization or client have not followed that law and they have maintained their books of account, so then he can give a unqualified report. Where there is a violation of Companies Act and any other important laws. So this we have already discussed. Next, where there is a substantial departure from the generally accepted accounting principles. So I have told you each and every transactions will be recorded in the books of account as per generally accepted accounting principles. So if the organization have not followed that principles, then the accounting procedure will go wrong, right? So whatever the transaction they have recorded is wrong. In that situation, he can give a qualified report. Where there is a material misstatement in the financial statement. So there is a wrong statement in the financial statement. So this is also one of the situation. Where there is a omission of material disclosure. So the important facts have been missed out to record in the organization. In that situation also, an auditor can give a qualified report. Next, when the auditor is not satisfied with the information and explanation given to him. So when an auditor goes for an audit work, so here an auditor seeks certain information as well as explanation from the client or organization, that is client staff. So here inside an organization there will be certain staff who have maintained the books of account. So this auditor will have to seek information from those clients, or when an auditor have a doubt, they can seek the explanation from that client staff. So during such situation, so whenever an auditor has certain doubts and he goes for clarification and he is not satisfied with that clarification, in that situation also he can give a qualified report. When the assets are overvalued or undervalued, here if the organization have not recorded the actual value of assets, so they might have overvalued or showing increase in the value of assets, or undervalued, showing the decrease in the value of assets. So during such situation also, auditor can give a qualified report. So when the stock in trader has been valued at the market price which is more than cost price, in the sense they have not followed the principles of this cost price as well as market price. So they are showing a fake price. So this is also one of the reason. Where there is insufficient provision for depreciation. So you know, for each and every fixed asset there will be depreciation, in the sense the value of asset keeps on decreasing. But there is no provision which is maintained in an organization, so which is a false procedure. So here also he can give a qualified report. When there is inadequate provision for bad and doubtful debts. So each and every organization will maintain provision for bad debts or provision for doubtful debts. If the organization have maintained improper provision, in the sense they have not correctly maintained the provisions, so during such situation also he can give a qualified report. Where secret reserves have been created. Here some secret reserves which has been created in an organization, so which is wrong to the organization or to the accounting procedure. So in that situation also he can give a qualified report. And the third point is disclaimer of opinion. So what do you mean by disclaimer of opinion? So I have told you, when an auditor goes for an audit process, so there is a relationship between the organization as well as auditor. So during his audit process, so if the auditor have any clarifications or whether if he need any explanation, he can seek the organization's staff, or we can call it as client staff. So if the client staff does not provide proper information in order to draw conclusion, that is in order to prepare the audit report, in the sense there is no sufficient information in the preparation of audit report. So during such situation, so it is a disadvantage for an auditor because he can't prepare a audit report. So which is known as what? Disclaimer of opinion. Let us see its meaning. The auditor may not have sufficient information upon which he can base his opinion and express his opinion on the accounts. In the sense, he don't have sufficient information to express his opinion or to give the feedback of the financial statement. So during such situation, it is quite difficult for an auditor to draw or to frame a audit report. So on the accounts and the financial statement, in such situation, he can disclaim an opinion on the accounts and the financial statement. So here he can disclaim his opinion. When he disclaims an opinion, he may state that he was not able to obtain sufficient information to form an opinion as regards to the accounts and financial statement. So he should give the reason why he can't give the opinion about the financial statement of an organization. Why is not able to prepare an audit report? Because he don't have sufficient information, right? So he has to mention that because of sufficient information, he was not able to prepare an audit report. It may be noted that when an auditor disclaims an opinion, he should state the reason for disclaimer. So what do you mean by this disclaimer of opinion? So when an auditor does not have sufficient information to frame the audit report, so during such situation, he has to give reason telling that he don't have sufficient information to give the opinion about the financial report. That is known as what? Disclaimer of opinion. So here there are three types of audit report. One is clean report or unqualified report, which means that there is no mistakes in the financial statement and the auditor will give a clean report telling that the financial statement of the organization is accurate. And the second one is qualified report or adverse report, which contains mistakes and the auditor will give that adverse report telling that there was misappropriation or irregularities in the books of accounts. And the third type is disclaimer of opinion. Here, he cannot prepare an audit report because of lack of information which is provided by the organizations. In that situation, he can discard that telling that he cannot prepare the audit report because of lack of information. This is about disclaimer of opinion. So in my next session, I am going to discuss about auditing in a computerized environment. So nowadays it is a computerized world. So how this computer has been used or computer are being used in auditing work. So in the sense, auditing in a computerized environment. My dear students, in today's session we have learnt about audit report. See you all in my next session. Till then, take care. Thank you.